Greetings and salutations, and welcome to another rip-roaring roundup from the world of accounting technology. What has been happening this week? A bit of a quiet one, I guess. Sort of summer holidays approach, and I think a lot of the oxygen has been taken up by all the Meta versus Twitter speculation in the technology world, but there's still been plenty going on. I led the email this week with a chat with VatCalc CEO Richard Asquith. So Richard is a VAT expert at a technology company, and his sort of combination of the tools that underpin generative AI, the plumbing if you like, combining that with their sort of curated tax database. And I think Richard certainly believes, and as to a number of others, that opens up the prospect of disruption in the tax advice market. So how do I charge for something when I've just clicked a button, as opposed to the sort of brain rental model that's been dominant for the past, 100 years? What are the appropriate staffing levels for that? What role will the publishers play in this? Will they just look to go straight to market as opposed to go through the accountancy firms? So a lot to debate there. So you can check that out in this article. Link to this and all other articles mentioned are in the description for this video. What's next? A bit of MTD action. So this is ICAS, the Scottish accountancy body. They have had their say on the quarterly reporting aspect of the Making Tax Digital for Income Tax self-assessment scheme. At the moment, it's due to come in 2026 for those with incomes above £50,000. ICAS have asked for that threshold to be raised to the VAT registration threshold, currently 85. So they're sort of calling into question the fact that the sort of burden that it will place on sort of smaller businesses. So yes, lots of comment on that, as you can see. And also in the podcast that we recorded yesterday, I discussed this, the AI story, and a bit on the latest anti-money laundering consultation with AML expert David Winch, adding his brand of expertise to that. So do check that out. You can listen to that via this link or search for Accounting Web on your podcast player of choice. The payment space has been getting a lot of action recently in terms of investor cash. So I spoke to Nook. Those of you who attended one of the conferences this year may have seen their stand there. So I spoke to their founder Joe Lyons and their Chief Revenue Officer Simon Lofts to find out a bit more about the tool and how it promises to make the AP process more streamlined and less prone to error and fraud. So do check that out. Interesting thread on our Any Answers forum. So this was a micro practice looking for brand new practice management software, no software for their general practice rather than practice management software. There is a difference. So yeah, shout outs for TaxCalc, Iris, KPM, VT, who else? TaxFiler, did I mention TaxFiler? Well, I guess Iris owned them. BTC software. So yeah, lots of different users. Oh, GBooks. I haven't heard from GBooks in a while. Another TaxFiler, another VT. So yeah, an interesting range of opinions there. Here's the weekly plug for the Accounting Web Intelligence Survey. So this is research that we do 3 times a year, highlighting a specific topic within the profession, and this time we're looking at the capacity crunch. So if you have a spare 10 minutes and could take the survey, that would be amazing. You'll get the results before anyone else, and you can enter a prize draw for an Amazon voucher. So thanking you in advance. New product update from Dext. So this is their list merge tool. Allows you to merge your old list item, so categories, taxes, etc., with list items from a new integration, and it preserves any rules that have been set up for suppliers, customers, or the bank. Good work, Dext. They also have a new CMO. Emily Westgate joins from Signal AI, not the messaging system that looked like it was going to replace WhatsApp for a bit and then disappeared. This is an external intelligence company, the internet tells me. So yes, congratulations to Emily and Dext. Whoops, don't right click. Okay, a bit more general tech. TechCrunch reports that a high school in America, I think running off Google Workspaces, decided to conduct a cybersecurity audit and then reset every student's password to the same password. Change me. Obviously, kicking off, I guess, a sort of student IT version of the Purge, where everyone can hack everyone else. Needless to say, this article says this is not how an organisation should force a password reset. So, yeah, just something to bear in mind. Yeah, this was something I stumbled across. It was posted back in January, but I just read it. So productivity is obviously the sort of buzzword for government, buzzword for accounting firms. And yeah, this is a programmer over at Meta, formerly Facebook, or Facebook's parent company, should I say. And yeah, this chap works, I think, 16-hour days and felt unproductive. So he decided to hire someone to yeah, basically sit behind him and make sure that he was being productive. So as I say, he's paying someone $20 an hour for a month to come and sit behind him for 16 hours a day. And these are different people. He's got a little rota here. I think the results seem to be quite good. He seemed very happy with his productivity when someone was sat behind him. It's a slightly odd setup. Not to mention the fact that I think totally he seems to have paid out about $4,000 by my rough calculations on this. So yeah, maybe not something to consider. But there are a few apps that you can pay to get your productivity up, which he lists as well. It's not quite as bad as this guy back in 2012 who paid someone to slap him every time he went on Facebook. But there you go. If you sign up for my accounting technology email, not only will you be productive, but you also definitely won't get slapped. So yeah, the only thing that will slap down is my email in your inbox every Thursday. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. That's all from me this week. Yeah, I'll see you next week. All the best. Bye.